Welcome to Devil Town.
Are you scared? I'm scared.
It's a very terrifying place because it's a friendly neighborhood full of pumpkins.
Homicidal pumpkins.
Barely homicidal.
Vengeful? Maybe?
A lot of pumpkins in this game.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a thing.
Yeah. It's like the cute way to do horror, which is what this game is into.
Survival Hollow. Oh, look, it's another Splatterhouse.
Yes, it is. This room is almost identical to the last room we saw with spiders in it. I'm even jumping down to the bottom here, even though I don't have to show off that the bottom floor is the same.
Spiders in this game I remember being kind of a dick.
Especially the ones that spit rocks, which only the ones on the bottom floor do.
Yep.
Biggie Man without Biggie Man.
Maybe that's him in the background there.
Possible. I kind of wish that chainsaw on the floor would actually, like, cut the floor in half and make us fall somewhere.
Yeah,
but
you
no,
kind of think
just
it's going to be
doubles
some
back.
kind of time limit, but not really.
Yeah, I thought maybe that, or like a pathway to a secret if you waited long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, disappointing.
Yep, missed opportunity. But there's a lot of opportunities they did seize in this game, so I'm not too disappointed by it.
There's a blatant Aliens reference there,
Yeah.
especially if you look at the containers in the background.
Yep. It's quite a bit more gross than most of the other stuff we've seen so far.
Yeah. It's not every day you see, sort of face-huggery, spidery things bursting out of a schoolgirl's stomach.
Yep.
Well, unless you live in Japan, obviously.
Now the ones that drop from the ceiling, they run at you extremely fast.
Yeah, I think with those ones, there's also kind of a reference to the original Contra as well, because it had the sort of face-huggery spiders. And the ones on the ceiling would drop down and always seem to be much faster, although that might just be me. Because I hated those friggin' things.
Could very well be the inspiration. Turns out she was fine, though.
It's not like how her dress is still ripped open at the front. Nice touch.
Yeah, I guess they burst out of her shirt, not her chest. Now this segment here, I always get hit. Many times. Because the cockroaches are coming in and the little pumpkins are falling from the sky. It's
Thank God they
bullet
give you,
hell.
at least they give you plenty of life to play with.
Oh yeah, there's candy all over this street. It's like we're trick-or-treating. Just kind of a ridiculous take on this character. Oh, the bells. Those horrible NES bells. It's possible to get a shotgun out of one of those trash cans, but it's random. It didn't happen there.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before.
Yep. We'll be seeing plenty of shotgun later.
Traditionally, Rick has never had good luck when it comes to going through churches.
Nope. This is almost identical to the last church you went through.
So with a Coke can at the bottom of the screen for some reason. People have no sense of propriety.
Well, there's a skull on the altar.
And also a member of the Ku Klux Klan who seems to have gotten his whites mixed up in his colours. Oh, how ironic.
This phase of the boss fight is pretty easy, but all good things must come to an end. We gotta fight this weird Baphomet creature. Not a lot of explanation on what he is. But once you trap him in a cycle, he's pretty easy too. There we go. We've purged the Church of Evil.
You killed an Antichrist. Well done.
And it's back to the streets. This level is very long, if you haven't noticed.
I think this is second or third longest level in the game. I remember some of the later ones being almost outstaying their welcome, really.
Yeah, this is, I think, the second longest. I believe the final level is slightly longer. But otherwise, most of the levels are pretty short.
Oh, obvious reference here. Do I really need to say anything?
Yeah, it's funny we brought up Cronenberg a few videos back, because I did not know this was coming.
Yep.
The goofiest goddamn fly.
Jeff Goldblum's definitely getting on in years. It's not a good look for him.
I just heard recently that Cronenberg wrote a sequel script to The Fly that he's willing to produce if anyone will allow him to do so.
Couldn't be much worse than the one with Eric Stoltz. That was not a good movie.
And having killed the fly, we can go in his teleporter.
I'm sure nothing bad can come of this.
In fact, only good things can come of it.
Well, forgiven value of good.
It's the secret Japan level.
Because why the hell not at this point?
Yeah, Rick's going to his glorious hometown of Nippon.
Where everything is better, I'm sure.
Yes. Certainly a lot less threatening. We can wander through this Lost Woods corridor as long as we want to, until we figure out that the middle door is the correct one.
No goddamn pumpkins, for one thing.
Yeah, that's for sure. There are these guys, though.
I can never
feel like I've
remember
seen
what
them-
the name of those things are.
Yeah, I've seen them somewhere else.
Yep, they show up in a lot of games based on Japanese myth and legend. I always wind up thinking of the Pocky and Rocky games. Because
Yeah,
they
it's
show
probably
up
some
all
sort of
the time
famous
there.
yokai.
Yeah. Strangely not as much up on my Japanese mythology as I am useless facts about horror movies, but yeah. I'm sure someone can provide a correct answer in the thread.
I certainly hope so. And there was a burger on the roof. Which was convenient, I picked that up, even though it got me hit twice afterwards. Here's the most diabolical enemy in the entire game. The clumsy maid. Yes.
And bamboo skewers. Again, why the hell not?
Yep. This is what it's like indoors in a Japanese tea house.
That's true. I have a friend who went over to Japan, came back covered with green tea stains and holes.
Yep. Here's one of the longest cutscenes in the game. And it's just gonna loop over and over again. You've seen all the unique animation already.
And Rick's certainly enjoying it.
That's true. He can enjoy it more, as we'll be seeing in a Easter egg on top of this Easter egg in a moment here.
It just keeps going and going.
Alright, it's finally done. And for sitting through that, we get a crystal ball. But here's the Easter egg. Rick has the amazing ability to fart during this cutscene. And I sped it up, because I didn't want to see that again. But if you fart all the way through, you get different text that indicates that you're a rude prick.
Okay, that I didn't actually know.
Good stuff from Splatterhouse, Wanpaku, Graffiti. Ghost comes here with a ray.
Well, the guy from Ghostbusters, or...
Something like that. It's as close to making sense as anything else.
Given the rest of this game, it probably is the case. Let's be honest. More likely than not.
And this is Diamond Lake, which is the most overt reference to Friday the 13th that we've gotten in this game.
Yep.
Aside from Rick's
Yeah.
flagrantly plagiaristic mask.
Yeah, aside from the blatantly obvious.
Yeah. Oh, and here's our shotgun. Those legs in the back are baffling. Because there's something exactly like that in Monster Party. Monster Party also has the pumpkin enemy that we're fighting. And, like, Monster Party came out 1 month before this game did.
Yeah.
So they had to have been mutually exclusive. Like, they couldn't have been ripping one another off.
Yeah. I mean, I have seen something similar in, like, 80s gag anime.
Yeah.
So
I assume it's got to be like a famous thing. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
a weird coincidence.
I want to say it's some kind of, you know, running joke in Japanese popular culture, but what it could be, I have no friggin' idea.
Yeah, but not only that, Monster Party was developed by Bandai, and since then, Bandai and Namco have become the same company, and they co-produced the remake. So that's
Layers
just
upon
weird
layers of
coincidences.
weird going on.
Yeah. That could be the tagline for Wanpaku Graffiti.
So much weird, goddamn.
Yep, and we're getting assaulted by hundreds of Jawses.
Because the lakes around New York are famed for the great white population.
Here's a bizarre boss that I don't understand at all.
Yeah, kind of, when you see the silhouette, it kind of reminds me of Zelda 2 Game Over screen.
Oh yeah.
Return of Ganon. Or,
Yeah.
considering the fork, maybe it's Return of Gammon.
I strongly suspect it to be an obscure reference to some specifically Japanese thing.
Yeah, that or... what was the boss in Kingdom Hearts? The Fantasia boss with the big shadow guy with the black wings from Fantasia. Night on Bald Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Could maybe be a reference to that, but again, that's just sort of like...
Yep, anything's possible. It's all conjecture at this point.
Pretty much.
Now we're going to the campsite beside Diamond Lake.
Actually, I have a friend who used to go camping in the woods near where they filmed Friday the 13th. So.
Wasn't that in New Jersey, or was that...
Yep.
Ah, yeah. I'm from New Jersey, so it's kind of a local legend.
Yeah. I kept telling her to bring me back some kind of, you know, souvenirs or anything, but apparently they don't sell anything like that officially.
Come on, guys. Branded hockey masks. What are you
I
doing?
know. At least they didn't when she was there. They probably do now, but
I'm sure.
I was just sort of like, oh, it's so bad. You know, bring me back a mutilated teenager at least. God.
Oh, Edvard Munch's The Scream is
The
attacking
Scream.
us. After we hit them once, they die and they vomit a weird glowing thing at us, which flies around the screen for like a full minute. It's terrible. Always get hit by those guys. Fortunately, these outside sections are ridiculously easy.
Yeah, it's just that this is the point where they start throwing tons of random enemies at you.
Yep. There's more weird stone-spitting spiders.
The game really needs to start, you know, upping the ante again. This is just practically normal.
Yeah, exactly. It's a step down in difficulty. It's going to get a lot harder. I don't know how to get through here without getting damaged, though, because you can't jump over all those spikes.
Maybe hope that something dropped a shotgun.
Maybe.
Take the tree out from a distance.
And falling buckets.
Did not see that coming.
Now the game's just playing a practical joke on us. Werewolf.
Much better than Twilight. Topical humor.
Sort of.
It still gets trotted out by really bad TV shows. So.
I'm Team Jacob, so.
Get out.
Now, the werewolf himself is hardly a threat at all. It's those balls that he spits that fly all over the room. Which is something werewolves are known for, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, sure that is a thing, such as has been seen in something.
And with that werewolf spirit excised, we are completed with this video. We'll see you next time for the finale.
Cannot wait.